people seem to like my last tutorial about sharpening drill bits, so I thought I'd kind of take that to a different level. Many years ago when I first started out, my old foreman gave me a tin of blunt drill bits, and he said to me, and he also gave me an empty tin, and he said to me, right, okay, sharpen that lot, put it in that tin. That took me about 2 days. It was like a Quality Street tin size of drill bits. At the end of that period, I could pretty much sharpen a drill bit with my eyes closed. So today is about something a little bit different. It's about this. I don't know if you can see that. I've put a ball nose, like a complete round end on that drill bit, and yeah, it's kind of a full radius. You could probably do this with a router cutter, but it's a little bit inconvenient if you just want to put little dimples in the, you know, in your piece of wood. I used it because I was making this this cheese board with that, you know, that kind of little detail at the bottom there. Put little dimples in the wood there. So yeah, it's quite useful. But anyway, I'll rabbit on. Let's get over to the drilling machine. Let's get over to the grinder, and we'll show you. Here we are, a little 6-inch bench grinder. Drill's nice and sharp already. But the first thing we're going to do, we're just going to kind of arc the drill through 90 degrees there and put a complete bullnose end, round end on that drill bit. Half one side, half the other side, creating a complete round. We're just focusing on the cutting edge at the moment. We're not worried about the back edge, the clearance part of the drill. We're just making the shape across the cutting edge, the bullnose shape. Taking it off bit by bit. Make sure you've got some water available, like I just had to shoot out and get something in, because you don't want to be blue in the end of your drill. So I'm just starting to work on the clearance part of the drill now. So it's still the same motion, but you're just reducing that back edge to create a clearance angle. You don't want it too steep because the drill will just dive in. You don't want it too shallow because it will be, you know, just resist the wood too much. So you just want it about right. 20 degrees, I guess, something like that, but by eye. So I'm just reducing that. It's a bit tricky, this, because most drills have a, you know, the centre part kind of stops the drill from moving around when you start the drilling operation. But with a completely curved drill, there's no kind of central point to hold the drill still, if you know what I mean. If you're in woodwork, you probably will. So it's really important to get the centres of it even, if you like. The lengths of the cutting edge is even. If not, it will kind of create an oval shape, if you like. So I'm taking a lot of time here just to get the lengths of those cutting edges, the angles the same. So now we've got this far, we've got our round on. As the deeper you go into a drill bit, the thicker the web, the thicker the part in the middle. So what you have to do, you have to just kind of thin that out. So the drill, the grinder is just going along the cutting edge, and I'm kind of turning it into the web, reducing that web, really making an attempt to keep that, you know, that web aligned up with the centre, because if not, like I say, you'll get an oval. So here we are, let's test it out on a piece of ash. And to be honest with you, that cuts really, really well. Just put my little finger in there. It's a nice little half-round dimple. You can use a router bit, of course you can, but, you know, really convenient to have a few drill bits set up like this. Just shows you what you can do. Okay, till next time.